Alright, so we have to talk about Superman from James Gunn because with this film that kicks off James Gunn's brand new DC cinematic universe, especially with this reboot of characters that he wants to adapt, especially with his storytelling and world building. And Superman is a number one top priority that has been the number one conversation online and on social media, like, especially for all the updates, set photos, and so much more from James Gunn. But now the one question that we are mostly waiting for is when will we get our first piece of footage at the movie itself? And I think it's coming from James Gunn, and it was very recent, so that's what I'm going to discuss in this video. And so I'm going to be breaking down the timeline of events leading up to this recent update and tell you guys when and possibly how we can expect the first trailer for Superman. It could be coming sooner than we think. And so if you're new, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so it's on any future videos. But now let's get into it. And now, if y'all been following along with the updates and the timeline that we've gotten for Superman from James Gunn, and now this all started for when James Gunn announced his slate, Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, for his new DC slate. So especially back in 2023 when we had Shazam! Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom all come out in 2023, but they sadly were not well received, but they flopped at the box office. And even though Aquaman and Lost Kingdom concluded the DCEU back in December of 2023, and now it's especially the DC universe is now resetting. Now, especially with every update coming from James Gunn, especially as he is putting his hard work and dedication into Superman, because that's his passion project, and that's a character that he is passionate about, because even though it's being written and directed by him, and ever since back in summer of 2023 when it was announced that David Corn Sweat and Rachel Brosnahan were announced as Clark Kent, aka Superman, and Lois Lane, and even though these casting announcements, and now then the year after that, February of 2024, that's because of a leap year, and that was on Superman Day, where we got our first official look at the Superman logo that was used, and that was the announcement that Superman was going into filming, and that's when everyone got pretty excited. And then as we continue to get all these updates, and plus with official set photos that showed us David Corn Sweat in the Superman outfit, adorning the Man of Steel himself. And also back the month before that, in May of 2024, we also got our first look at that suit as well, especially with it being dark, with the attack going on in the background in Metropolis. And then I think more casting announcements that got sort of into play, Millie Alcock got announced as Supergirl, and she's going to appear in the movie. And then in July of 2024, that's when it was announced that Superman has wrapped filming, meaning that production has been completed, and that's when people up in arms to let people know that this movie exists because it has been filmed. In October of 2024, we got our first look and the confirmation that Crypto the Superdog is going to be in the film alongside Superman himself, and that was sort of explaining the tone and the type of theme that we're going with James Gunn's version of Superman. And even though Superman is definitely on my most anticipated list for 2025, and plus it comes out in July, and if you take a look at all the other films that are coming out that year of July of 2025, and I think with those movies, I think the crush at the box office, it depends on how well received they will get, but most importantly with Superman, that is supposed to kick off James Gunn's DCU. That is the first real movie, but it officially kicks off December of 2024 with Creature Commandos. That is the animated show. It looks like to have a lot of promise, and that James Gunn has put his hard work into it, and also so much more. And so I think we are definitely on the right track for James Gunn's DC universe to begin. And now, what the real question is, when will we get our first piece of footage, aka the first official trailer for Superman? And I think that James Gunn did give this an update recently on Threads from a fan that asked this, and he said, where is the Superman trailer? Because of all the trailers that we've gotten that are coming out next year in 2025 with Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, our first look at Peacemaker Season 2, and Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning, and where is the Superman trailer at? And then he responded with this. it's on my hard drive, but seriously, all 3 of those projects come out months before us. And now what? Just with this update alone, I think it gets people super excited, and it's super promising when we get that footage. And the first thing that I said, it's on his hard drive, which that means it's all ready to go. That he has it on him. But even with the question is, when will we see it? Well, I think especially with the upcoming Comic-Con as like CCXP, when we get like major trailers and reveals and news, and even though it's unclear if DC Studios and James Gunn is going to make an appearance, but especially as he said, all 3 of those projects come out months before us. But even though he definitely said 3, excluding Peacemaker Season 2, because I think it was recently announced that Peacemaker Season 2 comes out August of 2025, so that is like a month after Superman. So I'm pretty sure that like James Gunn's DCU is going to be off to a great start, especially as Peacemaker Season 2 that we got first look footage from, which also looks pretty sick, by the way. Gives us a promise of what this new season is going to deliver. But on top of that, it comes out a month after Superman movie, and so I'm just very excited for this, especially as we look at the entire movie slate for 2025. It is going to be massive. And now, even for what we can expect in the very first trailer, supposedly it's going to be called like the teaser trailer, where it's not going to reveal too much. I just hope it's good. I hope that it like hooks the audience for what they're in for, especially as we are entering a new era, a new phase, the new chapter of the DC universe run by James Gunn, especially for what projects that they has to deliver. It's especially as like this is like the entire slate we're talking about here, because if this first trailer doesn't hook people, and I don't know what will. I'm pretty sure the DCU will fail. But if done right, and if Superman has a successful, strong marketing campaign that sets up this movie for success for July 11th of 2025, and I think we're definitely in for a treat. And I'm pretty sure we'll definitely get some marketing from the cast, David Gordon Sweat in the Superman Man of Steel suit. But I'm pretty sure like they're gonna be pretty much handling it in the best way that they can. And also, we have to remember is that with Creature Commandos that comes out December 5th, 2024, so towards the end of the year, marks the first project for James Gunn's DCU, and also coming from DC Studios, and that show looks promising. It's going to have that mature, violent, bloody tone, and depending on the type of storytelling and structure that James Gunn wants to tell with his universe and world building, and also, but most importantly, for how they're going to market Superman from James Gunn. And I think they're going to do a brilliant job, and I hope that, again, I hope that they do the marketing right, because if not done right, and I think this universe could lead to failure, but I have faith in James Gunn. I mean, the man is a genius that brought us the Guardians trilogy, the Suicide Squad, and I think Superman is going to do very well at the box office, and it just depends on that first piece of footage that we get, and hopefully that first trailer delivers. And so for my final thoughts is, I hope that we get our first trailer for Superman like sometime soon, towards the end of the year, and also for what the first poster is going to be like. And I just hope that this movie delivers on a good promise, a good structure for what James Gunn wants to tell with his storytelling and his DC universe and his characters, and if the slate is off to a good start with gods and monsters. And yeah, I think we're in for a treat. But that's going to do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments below, and how excited are you for Superman from James Gunn, and what do you think we'll get that first trailer at? And are you looking forward to seeing this film in theaters in summer of 2025? Just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe by turning the notification bell for future videos. Also follow all my social medias over the link down below. And with that, I'll see y'all next video. Peace.